If you're thinking about buying a house this year because you had to put your plans on hold last year, or it just seems like now the time is finally right for you, you're probably wondering if this is a good time to buy. Should you buy now or wait and see if prices drop? When will prices hit bottom, and does that even matter? For most of us buyers, what we really don't want is to buy something now only to have it lose value a week, a month, or a year down the road. And in real estate, the housing market has been nothing less than chaotic the last couple of years, and frankly, it's hard to tell what's going on really. I don't think anyone needs a refresher course on how hot the market got and how much it's cooled off the last few months. For those of you not in tune with the housing market, just trust me, it's been crazy. And now everyone's talking about a possible recession and the coming housing crash, high interest, high home prices. It's enough to make anyone have second thoughts about the housing market and if this is the right time to buy. The question we all have and want a solid answer to is, when will we know home prices have hit bottom? The answer is, we won't know the market's hit bottom until sometime in the future when we can look back and see it, which isn't satisfying at all. In the meantime, let's look at the information we do have. Though home prices are still rising, they're rising very slowly compared to the last couple of years, so you don't have to feel rushed to buy. The National Association of Realtors does expect more stability in home prices in 2023, as well as most experts in real estate. There are those who have been calling for a housing crash for years and years because it gets clicks, it makes money, it stirs controversy, which gets more attention, and also creates massive confusion. Keep in mind they haven't been right since 2008. To clear things up, let's talk about what's driving home prices. Are home prices really dropping? And if so, where? And finally, should you buy now or wait? So what's driving home prices? Mortgage rates have doubled in the last few months, and the impact of that can't be understated. Home sale numbers have dropped off a cliff because it's just too expensive now for a lot of buyers. And a lot of buyers are waiting on the sideline for the direction of the market to clear up, just what we're talking about. Fewer buyers means less demand, and less demand means sellers have to lower prices to attract those remaining buyers. If you've been watching the Federal Reserve and its attempts at cooling the economy to rein in inflation, you'll know that for their part, it's working big time, especially on the housing market. The price we all pay for a cooling economy is higher prices to get people to stop spending so much, and housing is taking a massive hit. Although indirectly, the Federal Reserve is having a huge impact on housing. The next thing driving prices is inventory. Currently, the available inventory of houses for sale is under 1 million in the U.S., and that's a low number. Usually when supply is low, prices rise. But these days, because the buyer pool is so much smaller because of high prices and high interest rates, the lower inventory still isn't enough to bring prices up. I believe that buyers and sellers are waiting for the same thing, which is lower interest rates. When rates drop, and I'm sure they will, buyers will get more active and sellers will become a bit more motivated to sell because the difference in the new loan versus their existing one, that'll be less. What I'm saying is lower interest rates will increase sale numbers, but not prices too much. The next thing to watch is inflation. Inflation is beginning to ease off. We can see it in consumer price index numbers, plus gas prices and other costs. Those are down. But housing is typically the last thing to change. The housing market is immense, and like a large ship, changing course takes a while. Like it or not, this is a good thing. About the last thing any of us wants is more housing market whiplash. Slow and steady is a much better path. The final driver is the local markets. Despite what you hear about crashes or pricing run-ups to crazy numbers, the fact is your market may be relatively smooth compared to some of the dramatic housing news across the country. My caution to wannabe home buyers is really pretty simple. Ignore the broad strokes and the big national news when it comes to real estate and dig deep into what's going on at home. Real estate truly is a local market, and the vastly different situations from city to city and state to state proves that axiom perfectly. Are home prices dropping? You bet they are, but mostly in those areas that blew up over the pandemic. 5 of the top 10 metros to drop the most are all in California, followed by New York City, Seattle, Pittsburgh, and Austin, Texas. So should you buy now or wait? There is no single answer for everyone, but as an example, if you're looking at one of the areas where prices are dropping, you might want to wait a bit to see how that shakes out. If you're looking anywhere else, the risk of a large price drop will surely be less. Also, because price increases seem to be slowing down considerably, be sure to plan to be in a home you buy for years, maybe 3 to 5 years at least. The days of profit taking in 2 months, those are over. Keep an eye on mortgage rates and market trends. You have to know going in that rates and trends fluctuate. That's just the nature of things. If the rates dip to where you can easily afford to buy, then do it if the house suits your needs. When it comes to inventory, the name of the game for the buyer is having enough housing options so you can get what you want. If you can't find what you're looking for, that may be a sign to hold off till inventory grows, giving you the options we're talking about. Don't push things. Don't settle. Let the right house come to you. As far as when will prices actually drop, I believe we'll see a slow and steady market for quite a while. The fundamentals just aren't there for any kind of dramatic shift in the market. In other words, I just don't see a crash coming. Be careful not to let overpriced homes lowering prices to match the market fool you. That's not prices falling, it's sellers waking up to the facts. So if you find the perfect home, if you're financially ready, get your house. You can be sure the house will be more expensive in the future. Some things never change. It's not about the right timing, it's all about the right house. If you like this video, tell a friend, give it a like to help me spread the word, and subscribe so you know when the next one drops. As always, I appreciate you and your time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.